you can get over 1,000 people see it. That's I don't know where that's happening. That's not happening on IG. I'm begging to see people for people to see my content these days on IG. Rather, I'm seeing post sponsored ads here and there, right? So that's when I said, you know what, we're gonna die here. We're gonna die. Luckily for me, luckily and unluckily at the same time, right? So thinking because when I started to share, like, what's this guy doing? This is a recruiting platform. Oh. They are just coming here to look for jobs. Nobody's doing all these things. So I said, and bro, I was now using Fine Boy and sharing Fine Boy pictures. So like people were like, you did snap picture of like for 1 week keep. So I was like, no, no, it's not like that. So I started doing all of that, but that really helped me, right? So it helped me to stand out to an extent, and that's how I started to consistently share. True story. When I joined LinkedIn, now I'm chilled and I can disappear for a few days and nobody will probably say anything. But true story, back then I was sharing almost 5 times a day. It was weird. But no, but here's the thing, I had an advantage because I had a stack load of content already that I created on IG. So I wasn't even stressed. I was just, you know what, I'll repurpose. I said, okay, this one can work on LinkedIn. Because I already knew that every platform has their own mentality. What works on LinkedIn is going to be different from what works on Instagram, like that, like that. So what I'll do is I'll tweak it. I'll probably change words. If I use pigeon on Instagram, I'll change it back to English because I didn't know want anybody to come and be thinking that I'm serious with my life. Because then it was still very professional. Now it has watered down to an extent, but then it was still very professional, right? So I was doing all of that, and yeah, that's what really helped me. Then I noticed that carousels weren't really shared on LinkedIn, just like a few people abroad were sharing. The Nigerian content creators within the Nigerian scene, it was just like one or two of few people I could see or could tell for sure that when you were trying to use that. So I put that out and I started doing it consistently, and that also helped me to. I even got a lot of people. I had to at some point. I was even training people on how to do carousels or share carousels on LinkedIn, right? So yeah, all of that worked for me, and that's how I started to build. And we're here now.
Wow, that's an amazing story, and thank you so much. I'm sure there are lots of questions, but Ochi, you just have to chill a bit. We want to take the last speaker before we get into the questions already waiting for you, right?
Oh,
So just give us a minute. So, without wasting much time, I'm going to invite Kindness. Kindness is an inspiration. She's a Gen Z celebrity or influencer, if I'm to put it that way. She is really good. She also has a very good following on LinkedIn at a very tender age. If you look at her, you'll be like, God, am I playing with my life? What's going on with me? So, yeah, Kindness, we are so how young she is. Oh my God. So she's an inspiration to lots of people, guys. Lots of people. So, Clavia, I would like you to read out her bio. Thank you. My baby girl. Clavia, over to you, please. She's camera shy, guys. Please pardon her. Clavia, are you there?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, please read out kindness bio so we can attend. You. We're waiting for you. Are you there, Clavia?
Yes, what's up? Hello?
Can you read out kindness bio? Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm.
Oh, Kindness Chukemika, teen content writer and copywriter who is passionate about exploring her ideas through writing. Did you get that?
All right, thank you. So Kindness is actually a teenager, guys. She's a teenager and she's an inspiration to lots of people on LinkedIn. If you see her, right, you're like, are you sure this girl is a teenager? Because her level of exposure can be traced in her posts. So, Kindness, we are happy to have you here. Can you please tell us how you discovered LinkedIn
Thank
at your time? You're supposed to be focusing with your books, but you came to LinkedIn and you built like a very good number of followers who are waiting to hear from you every single day. So, tell us the story.
well, actually, my passion for writing is not something that started recently. It's actually when I was younger, when I was around, let's say, 9 to 10 years of age. But I know it was when I was in primary school. And that time, whenever an idea came into my mind, I was always, very eager to exert that idea on paper. I was always ready to write. Like every member of my nuclear family knew how passionate I was about writing. And my mom would often use that to tease me, like, don't graduate from secondary school without writing one novel. And I had no intentions of publishing any novel because I never completed them. I'll just write, and when I've exhausted the idea, I just forget the book. But whenever I read them, I'm just like, wow, did I really write this? I was just so proud of myself. But after some time, I actually stopped writing. I stopped writing stories. It looks like as if I stopped thinking about the ideas. So I just dropped that one and focused on my secondary school. Then in 2020, yes, no, around October, around October to December 2020, I wrote I wrote my first complete story, a piece of work. Actually, it was a drama, and when I read it, I was like, wait, for the first time in life, I'm completing one. And I had to reserve it. My immediate younger sister, she's kind of like my critic. She's the only one that reads it in my house. So when she reads, she's like, okay, adjust this one. You could have said this. So all this time I adjusted it. I was just so happy, but still, I didn't want to publish it. Then in 2021, yes, in September 2021, one day I just brought out the book that I wrote that story, and I was reading it. I was doing my homework, I was reading it. And because I was so exhausted, the homework was too much. But when I finished, I just packed the book, the book I wrote the story, and my homework, the subject note into my school bag. And the next day when I went to school, when I was removing my subject note from my bag, I brought this note. Who sent me? But I just brought it out and I showed my seatmate. I was like, look at the story I wrote. She's not someone that likes reading stories. She'll tell you that it's her younger sister that will read the story, then tell her what happened. I was like, okay. But she now started spreading it. So many of my classmates heard it. They were all eager. Some of them even took the note home. Let me read it. The next day they came, wow, Kindness, you mean you wrote this kind of thing? And I was like, so these people like my story. Then they were not encouraging me to like pick up writing. I could publish a story. Some of them said they wanted to be my manager. I was like, see, I don't want to publish any story. Stop stressing yourself. But I just shoved that idea out of my mind. I was no, 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 no. But then sometime in October, I was like, this writing that my classmates are even saying, am I really that good at writing? Can I get better? Can I improve my writing skill? And I was I had to go to Google to know that to ask questions on this writing. And that was when I learned that people actually make money from writing because I never knew. I thought that writing is really something that someone does maybe in their pastime when they just want to write, when they're just that passionate to write. But I discovered that one could actually monetize writing. So that was really, impressive. And then I still asked Google, where can I improve my writing skill and still get jobs? That was when Google recommended me to LinkedIn. And the only time I had LinkedIn was actually in 2020, in August 2020, when I enrolled for a graphic design course. So after I finished my test and I was to be awarded my certificate, they told me that I could use the certificate on LinkedIn. That was the first time in my life that I'm a curious human being. I'm very curious. I like asking questions, but I did not even bothered to, go and check what LinkedIn was about. My impression was that LinkedIn is just a university, and I was not sure, but that was just what I thought. I was like, thank God I've gotten my certificate. I kept that one. So when I heard LinkedIn, I was like, LinkedIn. I think I've heard it somewhere, but I did not remember it was the graphic company that I enrolled for. Well, so that day, it was actually a Friday night. I just registered. Sorry, I signed up on LinkedIn. Just put my number. Okay, no, I don't put my normal name. Oh, no, no, no. I know when I joined LinkedIn, it was not my real name I put, because I'm somebody that does not want to become popular. Like that time, I was like, no, 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 no. I don't want to stay look here. I don't want anybody to know about kindness, anything about her. That was just me. So I actually used a part of my middle name and the abbreviation of my surname to just create a name, Lumachuk. So that is what I actually used to join LinkedIn. And that night I just made a post. I just wrote a quote that I read from the book, one of the books I read. So I just made that post and just slept off. The next one when I came, I already have up to 20 connections. I was like, 20 connections, 20 followers. How is this thing even working? I don't understand it. But what made me what wowed me actually was in my environment, especially my classmates, there are these kind of people that don't like writing. Whenever a teacher gives them notes, they're always like, teacher, this note is like, it's too much. We cannot write it. I'll now be encouraging them now. You people should stop all this kind of thing now. So when I saw that almost everyone's writer, that was really shocking. And I was like, are you sure I can prevent? Especially as someone that, because when I joined, that was actually 15. Yes, in October 2021, I was still 15. So it was like, see this girl that does not have any certifications. Look at her, that she wants to get a job. But that did not really make me give up. But what made me give up is when I was now like trying to get dedicated to LinkedIn. It was very tiring. My early post there. In fact, if I still look at my early post now, I'll be crying. I really improved over time, seriously. Hey, that time I cannot even use punctuation marks well. Hey, and I just laugh at myself. But so when I saw that everyone was a writer, the only type of writing I knew was story writing. But I now started seeing content writer, copywriter. Which forms of writing are these? Because the only one I've ever heard is creative writing, which I was taught in English language in my school. And yes, English is my favorite subject. I really like English, and yes, English all the time. So I think that's one of the reasons why I also like writing, because English and writing, they kind of have some similarities. Then back to what I was saying, content writing, copywriting. I wanted to know, what are these things? What are these forms of writing? So I actually went back to Google. Google told me what they were. I was like, no wonder, wow, especially copywriting. I was thrilled about copywriting. So I said, I'm going to learn all this. So I started taking courses, even classes, so I can improve my skill, because that time I did not know anything very well in writing. I'll just randomly think of something. I write a post on do not give up. So motivational post was actually what I was doing that time, and it was not really, really essential that time. But still, I did not gain any visibility on LinkedIn, in that 2021. Because yes, I joined LinkedIn in October 2021. So that is about a year and almost 3 months. This January 15th to make it a year and 3 months that I actually joined LinkedIn. The end of that year, in fact, the whole of that 2021, LinkedIn was very tiring, but I was still consistent. I was still trying to meet up. And yes, I still had my fake name, and I never posted my picture. Yes, I was like, no, I don't want anybody to know me. Not my name, not my picture. No, none of them. So then in January, I now decided to post my first picture, because I actually realized that when people be like, this is the first picture of me in this year, now you're seeing me, I was like, this thing is really helping them rank. But when I did it, I think I had just like 31 reactions, so if I'm not wrong, but it was really less. And I started growing small, small. People will be like, people come to my DM, they'll connect with me, and they'll be like, wow, you're really doing well. I really like what you're doing. And I was so happy. Even that January, someone came to me and like, I needed help in writing. I was like, Simio,
Wow.
I'm just learning, but it was a free job. I was like, so when he saw it, he was like, wait, he said that because in January I was already 16 years. In January I was already 16. So he was like, wait, you mean you're 16 years and you're the one who wrote all this? Wow, you're really good at writing. So I told him to write a recommendation. It's actually the first person on LinkedIn that gave me a recommendation, and I was really thankful. And if you go to my profile, you see that in my recommendation list, that section, the first person that gave me a recommendation, I think Samuel Johnson, he used the name Luma. He addressed as Luma, not Kindness. So that was the time I was still using my fake name. It's still my name because it was made up from my name, but it's not my real name. It's not my authentic name. So as time went on, I saw that I was growing. I've already had 1,000 followers. I was growing. People were really acknowledging me. So I had to start. I had to ask my sisters first. They were like, well, one of my sisters was like, no, you can continue with this your name to be somehow that you can't change your name. Then I was like, no, it's better to use your name. Let people address you by your real name. So I had to make a post asking people, what do you think? Should I still use this my Luma Chooks or should I change it to my real name? And I had many people say I should use my real name, that it's much better. So that's how I changed to my real name, Kindness. And then for that limited period of time, I was always like, I'm still some of you know me as Luma, but my actual name is Kindness. So all those kind of things. Then after some time, I still gave up on LinkedIn. I had to quit. I had to stop. So it was very, very
Okay.
tiring, very,
Mhm.
very tiring. So I had to so I actually stopped. Um, I stopped posting on LinkedIn. I I just wanted to, go back and come back better. So when I graduated from secondary school, that was in July 16, 2021. That was like, please wait, let me turn on the lights.
All right, thank you so much, Kindness. Wow, 16 years old. Okay. Am I playing with my life right now? I'm sure that's what most people are thinking, but guys, we all have different journeys, so don't compare your journey with another person's journey. Okay, some people are early bloomers, while some people are late bloomers. So trust your journey and keep at it. You're laughing. Keep at it. Just keep doing what you're doing in time. When is your time? See, nothing can stop you. That's one thing I know, and what I really believe in. So, kindness, are you ready? Are you ready to continue? While we're waiting for you to come back, I think I have to read out a question from. Okay, she's ready. All
Okay,
right, go on.
so when that day was, it was actually July 15, but the next day I now posted that I've graduated secondary school and I bagged awards in best in economics, best in English language, and overall best student in my set. So that post went viral. That post had about 8,600 and something post reaction. So from that post, people now started getting to know me. I feel like that post really boosted my fame. And from then, I started getting many engagements. So that was how I started growing my followers. So I was like, wow, now that people know me, it will be very important that I have to start creating much more meaningful content and all the stuff. So that's how I started growing till I'm here. That's how I'm here today. And thank God, by the mercy of God, I am at 28,000 LinkedIn followers and I'm still growing. And
What
thank
did
you.
you say? 30 what? Oh my god. Wow, 60-year-old with 28,000 followers waiting to listen to you and read your post. That's really amazing. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, how old are you now? 16 or 17?
17. I'm 17 now.
17. Okay. So, guys, Kindness is a copywriter. If you have a question for her, you can drop it in the comment section. She is really, really amazing. Trust me, guys. My post hasn't gotten to what she received in one post. I am still upcoming, though. See, I'm older than her, but I'm upcoming. So, most of us too are like that as well. So, just trust your journey, and don't give up on yourself. It might be hard. In fact, it's always hard at the beginning. So trust your journey, stay consistent, and before you know it, you guys will be out there. So if there are any questions for her, because I think she already answered all the questions I was going to ask her. So if you have anyone you want her to, okay. So let's go to the questions. Right. We are starting with Oche. Oche, are you still there? Oche, are you still there? Hola.
Yes, I'm here. I can
Oh,
hear you.
okay. All right. So the first question for you is what is the difference between content writing and copywriting?
Sorry, say that again.
What's the difference between content writing and copywriting?
Okay, so I think you should throw that question to Kindness, who's a copywriter. Should be in a better position to answer. I want to see her. Yes. Okay.
All
Question to
right,
her.
Kindness, can we see you again? Help us answer this question, please. What is the difference between content writing and copywriting? I think I've seen this question everywhere.
No. Okay, so actually both of them are intertwined. They kind of have so many similarities. Yes, they have so many things in common. But content writing is actually geared towards engaging your audience, giving them information. Let's just say a company now that has many products that they're selling. So the duty of a content writer is to engage the audience, give them information about the product, what does the product do? Just a general education and enlightenment of what the product does. On the other hand, copywriting is actually geared towards selling an advertisement. You just want to write what can make them to take action. So that's just the major difference. Content writing is for engagement and education. Copywriting is for selling and marketing and advertisement.
Okay, and just to add more context to that, so again, so most people like to say, which one do I choose? It depends, right? Whichever one you settle for, fine and good. But the truth is, content writing is the foundation for everything, right? Especially because what you're doing with content writing is, or content marketing, as we like to call it, is you're trying to educate as well as guide people through a journey. Copywriting has just one thing and one thing alone, which is to make people take a particular action, and usually that action is sales, like she mentioned. So content writing is still pretty much the foundation for everything because you still need to use that to get them to take action. Of course you can be both. Yes, you can be both. You can be both, but
Wow.
again, remember the whole issue of trying to specialize. It's like being a surgeon. When you're a surgeon, you're everyone, you're everything. But when you're a gynecologist, you're a surgeon for women, and it's easier for women to come straight to you when they, want to do whatever it is that they need to do. So that's why those kinds of doctors will charge higher, and people will want to pay them regardless because they've specialized.
All right, thank you so much for the answer. The next question is from Emmanuel, and he's asking, is content marketing the whole package and content writing just a part? Do you
Content
get that?
marketing. Yes, it's content marketing the whole package and it's So content marketing
Yeah.
is the umbrella. Writing or content writing in itself is just a tool. You do content marketing through you can communicate your message. So writing is communication, right? Um sorry. Sorry about that. So writing is communication while content marketing is pretty much the umbrella. So that's why you can make videos and you can also use your content marketing is your strategy, right? So writing videos, audio is just a tool, but content marketing is the umbrella.
Okay, thank you. So there's a follow-up question to that. He's asking, will content marketing as a whole be up to opt in for as a course?
Sorry, say that again.
Will content marketing as a whole be up to opt-in for as a course? He's asking if you can actually enroll for a content marketing course. That's what he's
Oh yeah,
asking.
oh yeah, of course
On its own without content writing.
you can enroll for content marketing as a course, right? Like I said,
Okay.
when you enroll for content marketing as a course, one of the things they teach you is obviously they'll teach you a lot of things or umbrella branches or different subtopics on that content marketing. Again, writing in itself is just a tool. It's one of the outlets, of content marketing. So you can decide to just focus on writing while you're doing content marketing. You can decide to just focus on videos while you're doing content marketing. So yeah, writing is just a tool. So you can take content marketing as a course, just as you can take copywriting as a course.
Okay, you're asking if you can enroll for that in design club. Okay. We don't have a separate department for content marketing, right? We have content writing, and I think that in that course you're going to learn what it takes to become a content marketer
Exactly. So if you
as
enroll for content writing, you can also learn
yeah,
content marketing.
learn content marketing. So yeah,
Yes.
definitely you can get to learn that. So guys, do you have any more questions for you to ask? Oche is here now. Ask him. Ask him. Now is the time to ask him. Now is the time to throw any question you want him to answer. So yeah. Okay. I think there are no more questions.
All right.
Um, so I'm just gonna say this was an amazing session. Oche, thank you so much for coming. Gochuku, thank you so much for staying till the end. Kindness, thank you. And to everyone who stayed to the end, you guys, and don't worry, we get to do this again, right? We're going to plan something. Then, without wasting time, we have an event tomorrow on Twitter. Clavia, you're supposed to drop the link for them to see and, you know, join as well. So she's going to drop the link on the comment section, and you guys, it's also a very, very hot session from other success stories. So yeah, don't miss out. Then if you're yet to enroll for a course in any of the programs we offer, do that right away so that you can learn from professionals to become a success story yourself. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you everybody for coming. Do also follow our social media platforms. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so happy that you guys got to learn something. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much. And we're going to meet. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Chamaka. So we are still going to see ourselves on WhatsApp, right? Thank you, Adugo, as well. So endeavor to join tomorrow's event. You're still going to learn a lot. It's on
Don't
Twitter
end.
Space.
Let
So
me learn the link.
mhm. Yeah, drop the link so that people can join. So thank you guys for staying with us. Thank you for for being a part of this academy. One thing we are out to do as an academy is to make sure that we groom lots of professionals, we raise lots of professionals because it is our joy to see that people earn a living for themselves. I mean, unemployment is everywhere, but yeah, you too can make money. Some people are complaining of recession. Why most people are building houses, earning in hard currencies. So I want our trainees to be amongst the people earning in hard currencies, people earning and living the baby girl life, the baby boy life. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Ugochukwu. Thank you for staying to the end. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So, guys, if you're yet to enroll for any of our courses, you have to do that right away. We are starting our orientation on the 9th. I'm sure Abby has been talking to you guys. So, yeah, any questions you have, just straight at her. She's going to answer. Follow our social media platforms. Endeavor to ask questions when you're lost. Then, our payment, our payment is officially open. If you're yet to make a payment, that information will be passed on the group for you to make payment. So get ready to make your payments. So yeah, I think that this is a wrap for this event. Other information will be passed to you on the WhatsApp group. So if you're yet to register, everything about registration will be set to you. So guys, get ready to make payments and also invite your friends that are yet to join. So this is an amazing opportunity. Don't lose it. Ocherite and without you becoming better. If you've not written the goal, go and write one now. Don't allow 2023 to end without you having a goal you are aiming to reach. Okay, it is very important. I'm a very, very intentional person, and I expect that all our trainees don't think because it's 1,000 naira is one kind of training like that. No, no, it was intentional for it to be like that so that everyone who is ready to learn, who is willing to learn, can actually have the opportunity to learn. So take it seriously because time for internship will be sent out for internship and you're representing our academy. So if you know that you're not going to take this seriously, please don't register because your attendance is part of the criteria for you to actually get certified by us. So you have to take your assignment seriously. You have to take your project seriously because there'll be competitions along the line. You know, we're also trying to get a grant for this academy so that we can help people, help students who do not have the tools, maybe with data from time to time, or with definitely outstanding students are going to get a laptop if they don't own one. So yeah, that's like part of our plan. So you have to take this seriously, give it your best, give it your best. And you'll see that at the end of the year or at the end of your training, you'll be so proud of your growth. So take it seriously. And once again, my name is Precious and I'm the founder of Design Hub. So feel free to follow me on LinkedIn as well. Flavia, can you please share? Is Abia here? Uh, I don't think Abiye is here. Okay, so I'm just going to share a form with everybody on our WhatsApp platform so that you can help us vote because this grant we're talking about it requires voting, you know, from us, from my community, which is all of you. You have to help us vote so that we can cross to the next level. If we get this grant, trust me, it's going to do a lot for all of you. It's going to do a lot. So please try to vote whenever you see the form on the platform, and it's very easy. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. It is amazing having all of you here. So have a great evening. Bye.